Alright everybody, so it's June the 10th today, and I just wanted to show you guys, I grew these tomatoes, and I started them from seed in about December of 2013. It's now 2014, June 2014, and out of this batch right here, I gathered about 60 plus pounds, about 70 pounds of tomatoes. And the reason I wanted to show you this video was because I just wanted to show you that in 110 heat here in Phoenix, Arizona, they're still producing really heavy amounts of tomatoes, and I'm just blown away by it because I haven't even been properly taking care of them lately. And as you can see here, I still have clusters of tomatoes everywhere. They're growing, and I've heavily harvested most of these quite a bit. I mean, these cherry varieties, this is off of one plant right here. Look at this. I let it's a determinate variety. I let all the suckers grow, and I don't know why he grew so tall, but he did. Anyways, and you can see one plant. I have no idea how he grew this many. You can see under here, let's focus under here. Look at this. Just a bunch of tomatoes. You can see. And the little ones are still forming, and because they're covered and the sun can't damage them, I'm still having tomatoes ripen. Some of them, as you can see, like this one right here, the birds got to them, and that's due to that hole right there. They made a hole in my burlap tarp. I'm gonna have to get some bird's net over here real soon, because they are eating my tomatoes. As you can see, this guy right here, he's been eaten by the birds. But I heavily harvested these, and as you can see, they're just a lot more tomatoes. I just can't imagine how this one plant alone right here, and I've heavily harvested him too. But anyways, to move on, this is a different form of a determinate variety. It's called a tomato tumbler, and I heavily harvested him. As you can see, all the empty spots where I took tomatoes from. And I planted a few more next to him. I really like this, oh, look how beautiful that is. I really like this plant right here. So remember, tomato tumbler. And yeah, some of them, you can see they're still producing. And I'm having trouble watering them because I have to water them every 2 days, and sometimes I go 3 days. I'm real busy lately. It's not that I've given up or anything. It's just that from here on, it's pretty much an experiment to see how well they take the heat. Look at this guy. And remember, if you can see, there's a lot of spots where I've already taken tomatoes off of. Look at this guy. Look at this. Jeez. Anyways, this is more tumbler variety, and they're still growing, as you can see. Look at them. All these other ones, I have like a, I don't know, Japanese yellow pear, I think this is. It's really weird. There's a lot in here. And I also have a container variety here. This guy's amazing. This guy's just amazing. It's just a cherry bush container variety, and I've harvested at least about 20 to 30 of these guys this size, and they're still producing and ripening every day. Just heavily harvest. And I couldn't believe it. I didn't think I'd do so good. And I had no blossom end rot on any of these. I did put some agricultural gypsum in the soil. Anyways, to move on, you can see they're still producing. Go back here. Also here. Here and here, as you can see, there's just empty little slots everywhere that I've taken from. And this one was one of my favorites. It's like a Cherokee type. It's pretty good. I've ate, like, just off this one plant alone, I think I've got at least 12 tomatoes. And as you can see, a bird got to them right there. Anyways, there we go. More and more tomatoes everywhere you look. And let's move on. Some of these, as you notice, from the bottom all the way up, no tomatoes. I've harvested all of these, and all that's left is this little, like, these guys right here, and some of them are still producing in the heat, and I think it's due to the tarp, because it's blocking out a very high percentage of the sun, but it's still letting some of it in. This is like I'm not sure if it's heirloom beef master or something like that. Kind of forgot, I lost track. But anyways, as you can see, they're still producing. There we go. This guy too, and I don't even know where they're. I don't check these back areas sometimes. I don't pay attention, and I look back here and I'm like, oh my gosh. Just about 2 days ago, I gave my friend over 7 pounds of these heirloom ones, these really big ones, and they were huge, and I didn't want the birds to eat them, so I gave them away because I'm just stuffed full of tomatoes in the last 2 months. Oh, and look, here's a good sign in your garden if you ever have a tomato garden. This guy right here, hornworm, tomato hornworm. That's a good sign because I don't spray the foliage, but to be honest, I haven't really had problems with him this year until now. And I saw he had little droppings somewhere around here, and I knew, I was like, oh yeah, must have a hornworm somewhere. But anyways, I'm gonna let him chow down because this plant has been heavily harvested anyways, and there's only like 4 tomatoes left. And let me just get a few more shots here of the harvest. Look at this. Wow. Yeah, so I'm here in Phoenix, Arizona, and looks like blossom end rot, but it's not. It's like a little from this cage right here, as you can tell, it'll bruise the tomatoes. Anyways, a few more pictures here if I can get some. Over here. And in here, I had a better boy. This guy produced a lot of tomatoes, and he doesn't grow very tall. He's determined, but he still has more producing, as you can see. So don't give up on your desert gardening, because you can garden in the desert as long as you have the right conditions, right soil, a lot of water, and also proper shade from the sun, which is very important. If not, they're all gonna be dry like this guy right there. Anyway, so this is my tomato garden, 2014 version though, and I've improved this year because I've grown cherry varieties in the front so they don't block the sun from the ones in the back, and I grew the big ones, indeterminate varieties like the heirloom kind, the beef masters and stuff like that in the back, and I just had an abundance of growth, as you can tell. But really quick, I just wanted to show you guys one more thing. I've also experimented with one of my plants this year. I didn't shade him from the sun, and he's Brandywine. I've already took about 7 tomatoes off this guy. 7 is not that many, but they were about this big, huge. And as you can see, he's still doing okay, even though the sun is scalding him, it's burning him up. I left him in the sun just to see how he would do in this type of weather. And what I found out, that if the plants are separated by themselves, they create much better stalks. As you can see, look at that, it's huge. And the plant stays healthier even in the sun. And I don't think it's the variety that's the problem. It's just that the root system probably, or something. I still gotta research that. Anyways, alright guys, just don't give up on your desert gardening, and please subscribe and leave comments below. Thank you.